Buttons pressed. Yes, here we go. All right, mate. Long story about this one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tasmanian, living in Western Australia. He's coming to far western New South Wales to train a horse. Why?
Because there was something missing with myself. I didn't know what it was. I was like really lost.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out it just wasn't earthed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how I'm trying to remember how it went. You read something in Western Australia when we were travelling Western Australia?
I was actually out getting takeaway for the family one night, and we normally go to the same spot, and then this one day I walked into a different place, and I sat down and started reading a newspaper article, and here was this article about these crazy people who had gone out to a station in New South Wales and done a world record.
Western Australia.
Yep. World record for breaking in Brumbies in 1 week, and I read it and I thought, oh my God, this is just amazing. And it's just something about it just really stood out to me. And I thought, I need to find these people and I need to beg them to help me. Like, this is what I need. And then, so I looked into it further, and here they were, Facebook page, clinics come out, it was just...
And you had one healthy kidney to sell?
Yeah. No, I was a kid, actually. Out,
dog. Go on, get. Hey, go away. Don't you have an owner? Too friendly. Hey. Street, come here. The dog. Hey. Bastard dogs.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Okay, so, where were you at? Oh, so you come across here, that's no problems. You picked out... what made you pick Arthur out?
He's just very handsome. He had, like, real striking look about him. But the biggest thing was he sort of really kept to himself, kept quiet, kept out of the pack. I've seen a few times horses kicked him and he was like, yeah, not worth it. I'll let you get away with it. But, yeah, it was something about his eyes. Just the way he looks at you.
Yep.
Just really drew me in.
That's why your eyes are a bit watery this morning, because you've just been there saying goodbye until he gets over to your side of the countryside.
It's the hardest goodbye I've ever had. I fell in love with Arthur on day 3, and I don't think I've ever fallen in love with someone that quick, or, an animal or anything that quick ever in my life. I mean, you carry your babies around for 9 months before you meet them, it's just amazing. And I honestly feel that Arthur loves me.
Yep.
That's a pretty good feeling.
Yep. And, it is. I mean, like, had a whole... Someone's calling you, dog. No, I'm trying to pause so the dog can run away. But anyway, the connection. Try and explain that connection. I mean, like, we always say that you haven't experienced... I mean, you've come from a horse background. You've never experienced a horse... Here it goes. You never experienced the connection until you've had a 4PP connection.
I've never had a horse follow me around a yard. I've never, I walked out to Arthur today to catch him, and he just, he walked up to me.
Big yard.
Yeah, he just, I've never had that ever,
Did that bust you?
Yeah, it did. I think it was must have been day 2 or 3, the first time I went out to get him, and I thought, this is going to be really hard, because, catching horses is always the hardest thing before you go for a ride, even the tame ones,
Yep.
And I had him within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I had him and I touched him, I didn't even need a rope on him, he followed me. He was like, yeah, okay. I've never experienced that ever. He, even this morning, he followed me.
Yeah, I noticed that. You're in the big yard there.
Yeah.
Come out, there's other horses in the other yard, and peel him off and have him come up, and how you going? So, we had some pretty extraordinary things that happened this week. But you want to explain, you had a child and it was a sudden birth thing and your body froze up or something.
Yeah, I had a traumatic birth with my last son, and
How many years ago?
4 years ago.
Yep.
So it put my body into shock, and obviously I didn't know that for a long time, you know, until I sort of went and seen someone. It's a big word for it, I can't describe it, but what it does is my body is always in, like something bad's
your
gonna
muscles
happen.
are,
It's always prepared, you know, it's in shock mode.
Yep.
So it makes me really, really tense all the time, like I can't relax, you know.
Yeah, you're a Mrs. Fidget when you got here.
Yeah. And, yeah, it makes me, like, really uneasy, you know, even in when my son was younger, when he was a baby, you know, I went through periods when I thought he was going to die. Like, you know, it was horrendous. I couldn't get control of my mind, you know, to pull it back around and calm down. And this is the first time I've ever been calm. It was day 2. My arms relaxed, you know, I thought, oh, that feels good. And then straight away my body went, back into, we got to tense up, something's going to happen to us. I mean, like, you're in a yard with a wild horse, Kalinda, like, yeah, and then I woke up Wednesday morning and I just felt amazing. I just felt like, words can't explain it. I relaxed for the first time.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week, your body's been in shock, in total tenseness for 4 years, and then one morning you just wake up and it's all gone.
It's gone. And the funniest thing was, my whole body was just aching because it had been tensed up for so long. By the time it just let go, it was like, oh God, you know, like. Yeah. And then I understand so much, like, why all that tenseness is, what it's done to me, you know, like, I let it all out while I've been here, like. You know, I've done Reiki, I've done so much stuff, and I've never been able to let that bad energy out, but I did here. It's just amazing.
Thank you, Arthur.
Yeah, thank you, Arthur.
Yeah, what a wonderful story. So, you're possibly one of our last 4PP Cooee Legends for until the 16th of September. Which will be possibly our last Cooee Legends, definitely for this year. Unless we have a couple of different programs. But so you just snuck in.
Yeah.
You got to see 25 or 27 stallions get gelded.
Including mine.
Yeah.
Which is pretty hard, but vets with that, good vets. Good vets. They were nice.
Yeah, we had a couple of really big days, so everything was go. Value for money.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
I come in here thinking, like, you know, for the horse side of it, but I got a holiday, you know, like I've had an experience. It's just, I can't put it into words. It's just amazing.
Your first day, you thought you'd been here 3 days.
Yeah.
Got a bit spoiled. Got to come up to the house and eat with us and drive around and. Yeah, just pretty much hang out with everyone.
Sleep in front of an open fireplace.
Yeah, we got some pretty good specials. What about the horses that are left over? Pretty spunky ones in there.
Oh yeah, they're gorgeous. It was a hard pick. They were all beautiful horses, and then the more time you spend around them, you see they've all got their own personality, which is pretty cool. And they, you know, like it's just amazing to see that they're let be themselves here. You know,
that's an interesting point. Yeah.
Like we're training horses, but like we're not breaking their souls. You know, like we're letting their souls go to a whole new level. You know, like with a human companion. I reckon Arthur's be like, I'm getting myself a few more humans.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
How cool am I? I can train humans. Yeah, no, that's an interesting point. How they're allowed to just evolve and be a better horse.
Yeah.
And still be the same horse, but, you know, believe in themselves and I think that'd be about it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Teaching them to believe in themselves.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Anything else you noticed for the week? Seemed pretty insightful.
Well, when I first started watching the videos and stuff, you know, like I watched it and it was just, yep, that makes sense to me. Yep, that seems easy. And then you get here, you get in the horse, in the yard with the horse, you're like, what the fuck am I doing here? This is crazy. It just completely blew my already opened mind. Just gone, you know. I was just, it's pretty amazing stuff, you know, the connections. It's just, you know, like, and the horses feel it, like.
And the format not too difficult to follow?
Oh, easy as, you know, like it takes a bit to get your head around it. I think that's the best bit.
Yeah.
The worst bit is getting your head actually around it. So.
Yes, well, that's about it, I suppose. I can't think of anything really fantastical to say. We covered most of it. You got fed pretty well.
Yeah.
And all the special tucker and etc. Is this going to... I suppose that's a ridiculous question to ask. Do you think this will overflow into your daily life?
Yeah, absolutely. and my children.
Yeah.
Well, the thing that I'm most excited for is my daughter. She's always loved horses, you know. She's never really been around it, but she's always loved horses, wanted a horse, you know. And I do not have to condition her to treat an animal badly.
No.
You know, this, for me, going out, this is the most amazing thing. And even teach her how to ride properly, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I've been riding and I've been doing it wrong.
Yeah.
I can't believe that. Like, you know, that's the biggest thing for me is being able to go home to my 9-year-old daughter and actually teach her about real connection and, you know, respect, and not about overpowerment or controlling or owning a horse. It's about your horse is your companion and no different than your dog.
Yep. By hell, you make me happy to hear you say stuff like that at the end of the week. That's exactly what we want people to learn. That's exactly the outcome. So that's very good. I'm glad you said that to me. All right, mate. Well, I truly can't think of anything else. We could go through lots of other things, but obviously we've heard your body's jumped back into repair mode and it's relaxed and your mind's clear. And I suppose the worst part now is sooking while you wait for your horse to arrive.
Yes. I already had a big cry this morning. Arthur was looking at me like, what are you crying for now?
Yeah, come on. This normally comes later in the day. Yeah, good on you, mate. Thank you.
Thank you.